Hi guys, it's Rick Shiels down here at Quest Golf Studio here in Lytham, and I'm going to test in two clubs today of the new Ping series, the new G series. Got the hybrid and the crossover. Stay tuned for the crossover because it's coming next, and it'll be quite a good video because it'll compare it against this hybrid as well. Let's start off with the G hybrid first. So G hybrid, last hybrid from the G range, the G30, didn't have turbulators on. This now does. I don't think it's going to have a huge influence on aerodynamics because this club's too small to allow that to happen. With drivers, yes, you need that kind of help with the airflow across the head. The hybrid, not really. So I think they're just bringing it in for the sake of it matching the driver. They brought it in with the 3-wood and the 3 stretch, and why not keep it in with the hybrid? It actually looks visually very powerful when you look down at it because of the idea of the turbulators on top. It helps frame the face, it helps with alignment. To me personally, it just gives it that little bit of an extra edge over other hybrids, the way it looks. I've got this in 19 degrees, which is the 3 hybrid setting. I believe it goes down to 17 as an option, so like a 2 hybrid, and all the way up to 30, which is near enough a 6 iron. And in some manufacturers, a 7 iron, but 30 degree hybrid as well. I've got this in just a standard Tour extra stiff shaft. Apart from that, there's not a whole lot of difference to this wood compared to the G30 model. It's got a cascading bottom edge, which helps with fast ball speed, so a bit more of a spring off the face. I'm not sure if we'll actually be able to see that. Steel face, which when hitting just before the start of this video, and you might hear it in the video, kind of makes it sound very much like an iron. And I quite like that. It doesn't sound so much like a wood, it almost sounds like a metal wood slash kind of iron, really. Let's hit some shots. So I've pulled myself away from the target by about 245 yards. So I'm expecting to carry this around 225 to 230. If I hit the green, let's see how it reacts, and then we'll keep the figures on there so when I get the crossover next video, we can see how potentially the height may change as well. I actually like the look of that head behind the ball. I really do. Now, as a player myself, I'm not a huge fan of hybrids. I don't often use them just because I find them very one-dimensional. They just hit it up in the air, and you don't really get a chance to do an awful lot with them. And I think that's why this new crossover's come out as well. But let's hit this. Let's give this a whack into this green. Yeah, see, I would say that's a really powerful flight. Possibly not as... didn't quite reach the front of the green there, but not potentially as high as I expected it to go. Maybe just caught a little bit off the bottom of the golf club. 228 carry. Kind of came out quite forward compared to other hybrids that I've hit in the past. But again, I didn't quite strike it perfect. Let's hit some more. I'd normally expect a slightly higher ball flight. That's more like it. That's more like the height I would expect. And it's not an awful lot higher, but you can just see it's probably going to hang on to the green better. Yeah, it just landed just on the front edge, so it's probably going to run through. That felt nice though. 230 carry, that felt really good. I don't know if you can pick it up on the audio, but the noise when hitting it is that really kind of quite loud metallic sound. It sounds like more of a click as opposed to a thud. It has got a stainless steel face, which has got quite a nice amount of grooves on it as well, and I like the fact that the grooves have been bordered on the toe and the heel. They're actually white grooves, and on the bottom edge, where in the middle they've just been left blank or dark. I like this. The one thing I kind of was hoping they would introduce, because a couple of companies have done it already, I'd have liked to have seen an adjustable neck on this. I think the option to change a degree on a hybrid is valuable, because that filling of those gaps can be very key. They'll argue the case, well, they've got enough options to fill those gaps, but I think as a golfer you would see more, I don't know, more versatility, more range of, and to be fair, as a manufacturer you wouldn't have to make as many clubs, but you'd have a guy who might want to move it down to 18 or up to 20, or either depending on the conditions or to fill certain gaps in their golf clubs. I think that could have been a wise choice, but they've decided not to for whatever reason. Can't see, that's the flight. That's the puppy. That was a really good hit. Very, very, very nice hit. That's what I would expect from a hybrid flight. High, up in the air, landing soft. Longer than potentially I expected, 241. but pleased with that anyway. I mean, that was a really good hit. So a couple more, and I will do more testing of this club moving into the future, but I just want to give it a bit of a hit first. Yeah, it doesn't, not every time is it coming out sky high. I like these shots. I can't complain with these golf shots at all. That's a lovely hit. And I'm mega excited to get it up against the crossover next video to see how those ball flights change with the crossover. My initial idea would be I can have more versatility and it should come out a little bit lower. Let's hit one more with this. I like this. Confidence behind the ball. Turbulators are just a nice addition. I like that. It sounds like an iron. That's what I think I like about it. It doesn't sound so, maybe so hybridy and hitting, but I can live with those golf shots all day long. They were lovely. My miss has been tendented a little bit to the left there, which can often happen with a hybrid. As a golfer who doesn't hit them very often, I generally find I turn them a little bit left with a hybrid, but not massively the case there. Overall, very good golf club. I think it's going to suit an awful lot of golfers. I just slightly wish they brought out that adjustability on the head, because I think that would have opened a whole new dimension and possibility to this golf club. But if you know what loft you're going to get it in, you've got options from 17 to 30. Crossover time. Ping crossover. Let's give that a hit. Let's see how it's performing compared to this. Do check out that video, because it'll be quite an interesting to see how the crossover compares to that, and how maybe that might help you kind of make a decision on which way you go. Do you go hybrid or do you go crossover? Guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video of the Ping G hybrid. If you've not seen all the other videos of the G stuff, go and check those out on my channel. They've been coming out all this week. And let's get over to the crossover next. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe, do comment down below. We'll see you next time.